much, Speaker. Speaker, in the presence of water and oxygen, iron becomes rust. In the presence of restrictive labour policies and monopolies, a robust manufacturing economy can soon become a rust belt. Since 2003, Liberal Ontario has embraced restrictive labour legislation such as the College of Trades, card-based certifications, and expanded mandatory WSIB premiums, all at the behest of the unions that put them in power. And real per capita GDP growth and the productive capacity of Ontario workers has increased by a paltry 0.86%. In those same 9 years, over 300,000 manufacturing jobs have left Ontario, many going to jurisdictions like Alberta and the U.S. states. It's no coincidence that these states and provinces that are growing have less restrictive labour legislation and more choice for workers. Unlike in Ontario, workers in these jurisdictions have the right to choose what union they want to be part of or whether to be a member at all. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, job growth in right-to-work states are double that of the restricted states. Yeah. We can stand by and do nothing as our economy and jobs rust away, or take action. That is why I will be tabling legislation today to bring workers' choice to Ontario in an act to amend the Labour Relations Act 1995 to protect the rights of employees in collective bargaining and the financial interests of members of trade unions. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I move that leave be given to introduce a bill entitled An Act to Amend the Labour Relations Act 1995 to protect the rights of employees in collective bargaining and the financial interests of members of trade unions, and that it now be read for the first time. This bill amends the Labour Relations Act 1995. An employee in a bargaining unit where there is a collective agreement between the employer and a trade union is not required to be a member of the union. An employee who is not a member of the trade union is not affected by the collective agreement. The bill limits regular union dues of a member of a trade union to dues that relates to collective bargaining and no other purpose, unless the member specifically authorizes the union to include amounts for such other purposes. A provision in a collective agreement between an employer and a trade union is void if it requires any employee in the bargaining unit affected by the agreement to pay or arrange to pay the union any amount in excess of the employee's regular union dues. The trade union is prohibited from requesting the employer to deduct from the wages of any employee who is a member of the union any amount in excess of the employee's regular union dues. The parties to a collective agreement are allowed to terminate the agreement on consent. The bill requires a trade union that is party to a collective agreement to file a yearly statement with the minister setting out the dues that are payable to it under the agreement and particulars of its expenses incurred during the year, with a breakdown given of expenses of $5,000 or more. The minister is required to post the statement on the ministry's website, on the internet, and the trade union is required to make a copy of the statement available to its members upon request. Thank you. Thank you.